Oh God, it's coming right for us! As I jump out a window. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Space Game Junkie podcast. As always, I'm your co-host Brian, and sadly Jim couldn't make it tonight. He's not feeling up to it. So it's only three of us tonight. It's myself, is your co-host Hunter.
Hello.
And your co-host Spaz.
Hello.
Hey, and we're here tonight to talk. We've never really talked about this game on the pod. We've mentioned it, but like we've never had a show about it. And it's kind of taken over our Discord server in a big way. So we're going to be talking about Star Trek Online tonight. Like, a lot of us weren't playing it for a while, and then kind of a confluence of things happened, and correct me if I'm wrong. First, Hunter, you left EVE Online because you got sick of it, which is fair. Yeah, which I totally understand. And then you needed something to fill that hole in your heart. And then Aaron Eisenberg, who plays Nog on Deep Space Nine, which is where we are in the game right now, we're playing the game live, by the way, so those of you listening to the audio, you're going to hear game audio, and we're going to be reacting to things in the game, so you might do better with the video, just FYI. But so after Hunter left EVE Online, Aaron Eisenberg passed away. He played Nog on Deep Space Nine, and we read that in Star Trek Online on Deep Space Nine, they had something of a memorial, and we're like, oh yeah, this is a thing that exists. Star Trek Online. So not only did Hunter get into it, Spaz, you, who had not played MMOs in quite a while, also
got back into it.
You dove back in, and you guys have been just really eating up the hours with this thing. Which is great.
It's been a good time.
Yeah, I think one thing you were talking about, if I recall, in the Discord server, one reason you guys are enjoying this is because it's a more positive community. Like with EVE Online, you're never really sure when someone's going to gank you just because they can, you know? And that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, what?
Watch out.
That does not.
Watch out.
What is
Watch
going
out,
on?
Brian.
Oh no.
They're going to get you.
They're going to webmaster me.
They're just going to tickle you. Don't worry about it.
Okay, it's fine. So is that right? Is that right, Hunter? One of the reasons you're enjoying this is because the community is far less toxic than
than
EVE?
For the most part. I mean, excuse me. And the other thing about that is I've also been doing a lot of my own stream, and surprisingly, as I've been streaming, there's been quite a few people who've come out in like support of the game, and they've been like playing the game with me while I've been streaming.
Oh, that's great.
We've done a couple little community nights where it's been myself, Spaz. We've had Memory Leak Death, or Death Leak. I just call him
Memory Leak Death. Yeah.
And there's another one, Lance, I think, with four numbers after his. Anyway. Yeah. The four of us got on one night and had a good time. We've done that a couple of times now, and it's been a lot of fun. And it's been positive interactions. And ever since we've started this thing back up, the in-game fleet we have is called Space Game Junkie. And ever since we got back on, it has grown and flourished, and it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
We even were able to establish a Klingon fleet, which is cool too.
Yeah, it's cool.
So yes, we now have a fleet for each of the major factions. One thing I should mention, and I'll just add on to what 100 said, is for the most part, if you ignore the zone chat, the community is fine. Especially on Earth Space Dock. Yeah, on Earth Space Dock, the chat there can get kind of toxic just because politics gets brought up, and well, that's as contentious as it gets. Yeah, so as long as you generally avoid the zone chat, you're fine.
As a matter of fact, I don't even read the zone chat because it's in a little window on my left.
I never do either. I never read it. I just pretty much read the combat stuff. I barely even read that.
Yeah.
So,
but like generally, the people that I've interacted with directly, it's all been overwhelmingly positive. So.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing is if it's you can't get ganked because well, the game is PvE unless you go into PvP, and almost nobody does PvP. So
yeah,
you're not really losing.
I'm honestly like, because you can see like where is it? Where's the button where you can see all the episodes? There's a button.
J. Hit J.
J. Yeah, there are so many like episodes, and all of these episodes have like multiple quests.
So you can think of it like this. So think of if you hit J and go to the episodes tab.
Yeah.
Like think of all the things on the left as like seasons, and then within those seasons are episodes. So like there's the season of the Klingon War, the Romulan Mystery, and yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to do them in order either.
Yeah, and that's the other cool thing about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's there's just so much content, which is insane.
It's not just that. If you go to the available tab, one over,
right,
there are more missions there, some of which were featured episodes previously, but have been retired from the featured episodes list.
Oh.
So, like, there's one, Lost Dominion, for example. And we were talking about this just before we started streaming. There's an episode in which there's a large fleet of Jem'Hadar that are approaching the station, and Cisco asks for the prophets to help, and they get sent away. And the plot of this particular episode is that they came back. 2,800 Jem'Hadar ships came back through the wormhole.
Ugh.
And it's a fun episode. It's just out of the list now because we have the Gamma arc and we have other stuff that has more Gamma content. So we have lots and lots of DS9 content involved.
So I'm going to dock at DS9. I want to take a look at this. I'm just going to beam onto DS9. Or should I dock at DS9?
No,
Dock.
Either works. Yeah, dock. Dock's cool. Dock. I forgot. Sorry.
Oh, I hit dock and then I just chose my away team. Oh, the away team is you guys. Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you dock, there's two. When you beam on, it'll beam you to a transporter pad, but if you dock, it puts you in one of these hallways.
Yeah, it's the airlock for the promenade, it looks like.
Yep. And the doors work.
Oh, wow. This is my first time here in the... Wow. Oh, my God. Okay, this is amazing.
Where put you guys are over there.
This is amazing. This is... Wow.
Brian came in on a different airlock, so I gotta go find Brian. Where are you, Brian?
I'm in front of the Jumla,
You're in front of the Rosetta Stone.
The Jumja. Yeah, the Jumja.
Yeah, we're all here.
I can purchase a Jumja. I can purchase a Jumja stick.
You can purchase a Jumja stick, yes. There are... Yeah, there's a couple of replomats.
Oh my gosh.
There's a
Klingon
beating the replicant.
He's not getting what he wants from that.
I see. What is this thing? Access mail. I probably don't have any mail. Okay, there's a cargo bay. And what's this? Nothing.
So if you...
That's a turbo lift.
Oh.
Yeah, you can take the turbo lift and go to Ops. Go ahead and check out Ops real quick.
Oh, hang on a second. I want to look...
Pretty...
Okay. Ops. Turbo lift to Ops. Wow. Oh, wow.
Does anyone need training?
There's a guy with a thing over his head. What's this guy want?
How can I help you? My name is Sarish Minna. I hold the rank of Commander in Starfleet. I am the Operations Officer for Deep Space Nine. I also serve informally as a liaison to the Bajor Militia and the Vedic Assembly. And I'm the subject matter expert on Bajor.
And you can indeed go into Cisco's office.
I just want you all to know, I'm really proud of you.
Well, who? Let's see. Oh, they still have the baseball there, even though it's not Cisco anymore. Really sweet. I don't have anything for you right now. Okay, well, thanks. Wow.
Yeah, you got to get higher level, but yeah, the detail, and they even got the pit.
Oh my god, and the view screen and everything. Yeah, the pit. Oh my god, where everything blows up and babies sleep very well apparently. Wow, look at this. What is it? Who's this really big guy right over here?
Did you see this thing right here?
What's that?
The turbo lift will actually come up.
Oh, look at that. Wow, okay. They really did a wonderful job with Deep Space Nine here. Hey, it's the infirmary. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
we came down on the other side of the promenade.
It's all the random thermoses and everything.
Sometimes they get hungry.
Yeah, just right next door there is Garrick's.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. I do not see a Garrick though. It looks like someone else is running the shop now.
He's an ambassador now, so he's not here.
Oh. Kind of happened.
However, you do run into him during the Gamma arc.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
And you can go into each of these little
These
stores
are like little
over
shops.
Ah, weapon shops.
But you also passed two of the greatest things.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Well, like three of the greatest things before we have to go into core.
Okay.
If you come back this way, when we came off the turbo lift, you went into the infirmary, but right next to the infirmary here is the Bajoran Temple.
Hey, it's the Bajoran Temple. Yay! I know this place because I'm Bajoran. Oh, look at all these Bajorans. There's the orb.
You're among your people.
Yes, it's pretty great.
And then, Kira is Kai, by the way.
Oh, interesting. It makes a lot of sense, actually. And here's cool.
And,
you want some Klingon food? You want some Klingon food?
Yeah.
Oh god, it's the guy! It's the guy! It's the guy! From that one episode that they never showed again, and I was very sad about that.
There's a new Klingon restaurant on the promenade.
They really did get a lot right. I have to say, they really did.
Here's Quarks.
Dilithium Exchange. Yeah. Interesting.
Occasionally, hey, if you stand right here for a second, occasionally when you walk by, there's an Easter egg where on this little display screen, the Quark advertisement.
Oh, really? Come to Quark's fun? Yeah.
But it's like super random, so you might like wait here an hour before it shows again.
Oh, jeez.
But anyway.
I have to say, they've done a really nice job. So this is where they had the memorial for...
Yeah, here he is.
Oh, wow, Nog. Talk to Harden. Play darts. You can play darts. So there's a
talk to Morn. Problem is, the guy never shuts up.
He never shuts up.
No, really. Talk to Morn.
Morn! Where have you been all this time? Wait. Morn looks off in the distance, wondering where to begin. Wow, it's... I'm very impressed. He swirls a drink as he prepares to tell his amazing tale. Hours later!
Come on.
Morn picks up his drink. His throat is incredibly dry.
Come on.
Oh, boy. He gives you a knowing nod and returns his attention to the bar.
Damn.
Okay, that's pretty great. That's pretty great.
Another nice touch is they did get most of the DS9 actors.
Round and round it goes.
That is pretty great.
For example, they've got Chase Masterson reprising a role as Lita.
Oh, nice.
They've got if you talk to Quark, it's Armin Shimmerman.
Ooh. I guess it's the benefit of being one of the few consistently produced Star Trek games around now.
What can I get for you?
Yeah, it's been around for almost 10 years.
I was going to talk about that because it feels like an older game. You know, it feels like a more classic MMO than its age would suggest. You know what I mean? Like,
Fair.
a lot of more modern MMOs seem more actiony. They're less concerned about the button bar, you know, that sort of thing.
Dabo!
Oh,
yes,
wow.
you can actually play Dom.
I just won.
Oh, nice. So Spaz, you were I'm interested in this. You were out of the MMO game for a long time. What is it that brought you back? Yeah, years. What brought you back?
Well, as you mentioned, the passing of Aaron Eisenberg was actually a big deal for me because I had pretty regular interactions with him.
Right, on the Seventh Rule Discord.
That's correct. Yeah. So the thought was eventually, hey, I'd be able to get to play STO with Nog, and that didn't happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But just the thought of that, I figured, yeah, it's a good time to start playing MMOs again, and if I'm going to play one, this is the one, because I started playing this back in 2012.
Right. When it was new.
Yes.
And yeah, it's when did it start? Was it 2010, 2011, I think?
2010.
Yeah, wow. So it is almost 10 years old. And I gotta say, I think there's an upside and a downside to it being like the only Star Trek, pretty much the only Star Trek game in town, really, except maybe Bridge Crew. Like in a world where like
I won a million credits. You won a million credits.
No, I won 2.2 million credits on that.
Whoa!
Oh wow! Look at you.
Actually, no, 2.2 million Latinum. Sorry, I now have 3,270,000 Latinum on me. Not that I need to do anything with it, but I got it.
You should pay off Quark's debts. That's what you should do.
Oh, Quark just paid him apparently.
So it's like, what was I gonna say? So it's like, in a world where Star Trek Online didn't exist, I would think there'd be like a separate Discovery game and a game that like took place in the Kelvin timeline. You know, there'd be like individual games. But because Star Trek Online is apparently doing quite well, I mean, it went free to. When did it get free to play? 2014, 2015, something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, around there.
I can't remember offhand now because it's been a while since I. No, I can't recall.
Well, you have to also understand too that Star Trek Online also went through like.
Dabo.
I just won 1,000 gold press platinum. Sorry. It was also sold and bought. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, it switched hands.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that so? The company that owns it now decided to take it free to play. Is that basically what happened?
No, it went free to play long before that.
Oh, okay.
But then what they did was they went with so the original model was subscription based, and then they added free to play to that, where you could play as a silver player, effectively, and then you had gold, which is either subscription based or lifetime. Those were the three options you had. And I don't remember when it was, but in the last couple of years, they got rid of the monthly subscription, and so it's either free to play or lifetime as your options.
Oh, apparently, according to Memory Leak Death, hey Betty, this went free to play in 2012, so only 2 years in, and that's when it went free to play.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I did start playing after it went free to play, so yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, I tried it after it went free to play, but I wasn't really into these kind of MMOs then. So I was just like, whatever, I don't care. But I've been dabbling with it, and I have to say, like, it's still, like, I enjoy it, but, like...
There it is!
I heard it, too. You! How did he do it?
Don't walk, run!
Nice. I asked for prune juice and the Replomat, and this. Why they didn't sell
There's
Replomat?
this shady guy. There's a shady guy behind this window right here.
What is this?
Hey, guy.
What is this?
He's a weapons dealer.
Oh, it's a weapons dealer.
Negotiated deal.
Negotiated deal. Let me see what you're selling. Oh, stuff that I can't buy. Laser blast assault. I guess this is stuff for a ship. Or this is stuff for you.
No, those are ground weapons. You can equip them to your character, but you just can't afford them because you don't have the energy credits. That's why.
Right. There are multiple currencies in this game. Like there's Latinum, and there's energy credits.
Yeah. Well, let's be real here for a second. Latinum doesn't do anything.
Oh, then what's the point of it? What's the?
Well, you can use it. You can use it for duty officer missions, which do like if you supply Latinum for like some kind of duty officer mission, then you'll like get energy credits as a reward. So I mean, it does have like a small purpose, but like it's not like you're using it. I mean, there's a Latinum store, but you're buying novelty stuff. So again, it's not really like you're buying anything important, or it's not like Zen, which is like the premium currency, I guess you could call it.
Oh, I just used whatever little energy credits I had to buy a Raktajina. That makes me happy that I can do that.
Now, energy credits are the primary method of transaction, and if you have stuff that you don't want anymore, you can usually discard it for some energy credits back. So that's a good way to it's not a lot, but it'll be something.
You have like a Jem'Hadar thing on your face, and what's this little monkey?
And a little pet.
Little monkey.
It's yeah, it's a reward. I was able to claim it because of lifetime subscription.
Oh, okay. Did you always have one, or did you just buy one on sale?
No, I only got it recently, and I wish I'd gotten it sooner.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna beam back to my ship. This is great. Let's do some space stuff now.
Oh, before you do, I got one thing I can show you real quick.
Too late.
Too late.
I clicked the button. Sorry. I clicked the button right before you said before.
It's okay. No worry about it.
So, friends, as you can see, I'm in the starter ship, basically, which is a, I don't even remember what class this is called. There's a name.
It's the Reliant.
Right, it's the Reliant, but there's a name for this class that...
The Miranda class.
Miranda class, thank you.
Yes, we are one big, happy fleet.
So...
Much the better.
So, folks, if you haven't played Star Trek Online, the space stuff is kind of like Starfleet Command, but a little simplified. Like, you have... The controls are similar, and like you kind of have some basic power controls here. Like you can focus on offense or defense or speed or balance. But it's fairly nuanced in that you've got the 4 shield quadrants, and you gotta aim your weapons just right. And there's broadsiding if you have weapons that can like overlap in their arc. You know, oh, and apparently this Tholian ship has fireworks.
That's also a veteran reward.
So yeah, there's the space stuff is pretty whoa. the space stuff is fairly like detailed, yet still accessible.
It's the meat of the game, to be honest.
Which is good.
It's the meat of the game.
Which is good. This is as it should be. Okay, so I have a mission called Stranded in Space. Would you guys want to do that?
Sure.
We'll talk about the game as we play. Okay. I'm gonna.
Well, here's an interesting. How's your?
Okay. Real quick. So Brian, you can use the transwarp button that's on the right side of the quest log. It's a little blue button. Looks like a clock.
Let me find the quest log. I don't know where that is. Mission journal.
No, you already have it open. It's always open. It's right underneath the mini map.
Oh. Transwarp to this mission's starting location.
Yeah.
Oh, that's handy. I thought we were gonna have to all like do a road trip and.
You can, but when you have a quest, when you have a quest set up, you can transwarp to that location, and then it's basically free to get.
Yeah, but now we gotta get there. Which one is he doing?
It is the mission
Stranded in Space.
It is the third mission of the Klingon War arc.
So we didn't all warp there together? I'm sorry.
No,
I thought
we'll
that's.
be there. No, we'll be there in just a second.
No, you can. So Hunter, you can accept the mission if you have it, and then just transwarp.
That's what I did. Yeah. I'm here.
And we can do this together.
Ships in range. This is Data Brock. Please help.
You start it,
We're being
and then we'll
pursued
follow.
by Orion raiders. Crew injured. Taking heavy fire. Dropping out of warp
Are you
near
in
your
it?
coordinates.
Yeah. Well, I thought I was. I'm getting a small cutscene.
Yep, all here. I'm in my Dreadnought using this carrier. And,
Oh, those ships are funny looking. Look like they're smiling at me.
Oh yeah, just a couple of Orions. Nothing to worry about. Let's not clear them out too quickly, Hunter.
my Delta Flyers are doing all right.
You have Delta Flyers?
Yes, sir.
So you,
And
you
I
can,
have Tholian. My Tholian Widow Fighters are supporting you, or at least they should be.
Oh yeah, so they are.
How do you have them support?
It's the defend order or escort order.
So yeah, the thing about this is the space stuff is really satisfying. It feels sufficiently Star Trek-y enough that you're gonna really have a good time. If you like Star Trek, if you don't like Star Trek, why are you listening to this podcast? That's just insane. Whoa, that's crazy.
I was going to web them, but you killed them too quickly.
Sorry.
No worries.
So wait, transporter.
Oh, man.
Oh, we got to do a thing. So now, folks, we're going to do the part of the game that isn't as great.
So that's what I was getting ready to get at. So the thing about Star Trek Online is this: it is two different MMOs that use the same interface.
It really is two different MMOs, isn't it? It really does feel like that.
Speak to the chief.
Oh, okay. I guess I have to do it?
No,
Captain,
but
I'm concerned about the
your mission.
radiation on the Azura. She might have some damage to the warp core, but our sensors can't pick up enough to determine exactly what you'll find over
are you
there.
Canadian?
I'm sure I can send you and the
I don't have time to read all that. Okay, so...
A then A.
So what are we doing?
Yeah, get on the transporter pad.
Use the B key to toggle between shooter mode and RPG mode. Oh, there's a shooter mode.
There is. Shoot,
I didn't know
shoot,
that.
Gun, bang, bang.
tend to be Shooter McGavin.
I actually don't use the shooter mode at all.
Some people, yeah, a lot of people don't, I think.
Yeah, I never have. I didn't even know it was a thing. Sounds kind of stupid. Anybody around
So
here?
this is actually one of the first missions that they made. The Klingon arc was the very first one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, so... Oh, we got some green gas here that we got to figure out how to stop, I guess.
So there are the consoles that highlighted.
Yes. So yeah, Hunter is right. There are basically two MMOs at work here. There's the space one. And that, which is pretty good. And then there's this ground one, which...
I'm a dual-wielding pistol kind of captain.
Son of a gun.
Pew, pew.
So yeah, there's...
Tiger.
And then there's this ground stuff, which... not...
So the door's over here.
It's not... It's not great. It's not terrible. I mean,
The problem is a Star Trek skin over a very traditional MMO.
Yeah, it really is.
And
it really is.
The problem with that is it for Star Trek, it's a little too actiony.
Brian, you should interact with this crewman over here.
Oh, I can't apparently. There was something there, but now there's nothing for me to interact with.
Oh no, the crewman.
No,
over here.
the crewman on the ground.
Here's an interesting fact though, and this is something that Spaz and I experienced, which was the new Gamma missions for the Scimitar stuff are so like a return to Star Trek. It's not even.
How so?
It made the ground missions more believable and more engaging because one, there's way more cutscenes involved, so there's a lot more character stuff. So you're
feels more episodic.
And it feels
literally
more episodic. You're dealing with actual Deep Space Nine characters being voiced by the actual actors, and the action makes sense to what's going on. It's not, a lot of gun shooting, toting, cowboy space stuff.
Which is what a lot of... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, like, for example, there's a lot more, I ran into something where there's, like, a lot more, like, math you kind of, like, a little bit more of the puzzle and stuff.
Yeah, there's a point where you have trinary puzzles that show up. And you can brute force it, but, you can brute force the puzzle, so you can get it through that way.
What? Okay.
But they have other types of puzzles that are, let me see. Whenever you're scanning stuff, there's a mini game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen it. It's like the ones in Dead Effect 2,
We hid in Orion ambush
where you
on
have to
our way
match a
K7.
frequency.
We
It's
lost
simple
our
enough.
weapons
It's not a
almost
difficult puzzle
immediately,
thing to
and then
solve.
we took a direct hit
It is
during-
frustrating.
But then you have other
Our
ones.
warp engine
Yes,
magnetic
yeah, but I mean,
anti-magnetic
they're
failed.
mostly
We had no
skippable.
choice but to drop shields and use the power to try to stabilize the containment field. As soon as the shields
Okay, yeah, I don't care.
Now, sometimes the dialogue is going to really matter because they give you specific instructions you've got to follow. And if you don't follow them correctly in the right order, bad things can happen.
Like, for example, in the Gamma stuff, there's a huge amount of lore stuff that they introduce about the origins of the Klingon and the Herc, and, like, where that all fits into Star Trek history, and it gets real deep.
So you're saying they've really taken the time to improve the ground game?
Yep.
Well, that's good.
Time for some friends.
Yeah, I think post Delta, like the Delta Quadrant mission, is when things got better. Because in the Delta Quadrant stuff is when they brought back a bunch of Voyager cast members to reprise their roles. So you had a lot of stuff with Tuvok and 7 of 9. You also had LeVar Burton came back to do a bunch of his stuff.
Oh, wow. Oh.
And there's actually even a mission where you're running around the bridge of the interior of a Galaxy class with Geordi trying to stop people from taking it. So you can see how like episodic it can feel and how into that Trek mindset it can feel. These giant interior corridors, these big, just obnoxious set pieces. This doesn't feel very Trek.
No, then again, this is very early content. This was,
right,
as I said, it's part of the Klingon arc that was very early on. So it's not surprising that it would be like that. But then, since then,
yeah, like that's probably one of the reasons I never stuck with this very much, is because this early stuff is, especially this ground stuff, is like, oh my god, why are you kind of half running? You just move a little. Why are these places so big?
Right.
Like, can we just get to it, please? Can we just finish this up? Like the space stuff.
And
the space stuff moves at such a good clip. You know, it moves at such a good clip. And this ground stuff just doesn't. It's kind of weird.
Well, yeah. Now, the more recent ground stuff is better than the early ground stuff by leaps and bounds.
Well, that's good. That is good to hear, because that'll get me at least interested in playing more. Now, this is a game that still sells a lifetime subscription. What is the benefit of that? Like, if I got into this, should I buy one?
Oh, it's plastic out.
Yeah, I'm loading in.
He's busy killing things.
No, I was loading in. That's why.
Oh.
Well, Brian asked a question about the benefit of a lifetime subscription. I thought.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just making sure that I loaded in properly. Okay, the lifetime subscription has 500 Zen every month that you get, just automatically.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
So it's like they give you $5 for free every month.
Huh.
Basically.
So that's the conversion for 500 Zen.
Attempting to get a transporter lock on Captain Brott, sir.
So they give you 500 Zen every month, and they will also automatically refine, what is it, 800 or 80?
They refine some dilithium for you every day. It's easier if you log in yourself
saved my crew.
and do it.
I'll tell you whatever
You also have some ships that are added with lifetime subscription that are, for example, there's 2 that are for Federation,
but I had room in the cargo bays for a
2 for Romulans, 2 for Klingons, and then they just added for Scimitar captains some as well.
You
2 as
saved
well.
my crew.
You also get the option of being able to make and play as a liberated Borg or as a Talaxian with a lifetime subscription.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a liberated Borg character.
Oh, wow. And wonder what their ships are like.
Well, it's not specifically their ships. They have,
you saved that crew
when you create a character, they're either Federation or Klingon aligned. And then if it's like if you start as a Romulan, for example, then you have an arc of a tutorial you got to go through, some episodes in that. And once you're through with it, then you can choose whether or not to align with Federation or Klingon. If you create a Scimitar, it's the same way. You go through its tutorial, and then you can choose whether you want to align with Federation or Klingon.
Oh, okay.
And some ships are only for Scimitar captains, some ships are only for Romulans, but they've made it so that some of those ships, if you use that ship enough, advance its ship experience to its maximum level, then your other characters on the account can also use that ship. So it's, if you bought the ship in the Zen store, then some of those tier 6 ships can be used not only by characters of any level and they scale with you, but you can use them on your other faction characters.
Oh, that's
some of
pretty
them
cool.
anyway.
Pretty cool. Oh.
That's not a lifetime specific thing. That's just something they more recently added into the game. That tier 6 ships will now scale with you.
Hang on, I got a bunch of rewards. I'm just equipping stuff now.
Oh, okay. For that, you probably want the Azura personal comm code if you didn't take it.
I do have it. What do I do?
You can
with
also run. So the Azura personal comm code is a thing you can equip. You actually have it in your hotbar already. When you use it, it will summon a ship to you that you can interact with as a mail and bank source. So if you don't want to run back to a station in order to access your personal bank, then you can do that. Trade off some items to it, and then the ship will disappear after 5 minutes or so, I think.
Oh. So can I sell some of this stuff I don't need anymore, like these old phaser arrays and crap, or?
You can. You can sell them at a vendor. Well, some of them can be sold at a vendor. If the value of energy credits is 0, then that means you just discard it.
Oh, they have value, like thousands of credits.
Yeah, but then you discard it and you get some of that value back. Not a lot, but some.
Oh, okay. So I discarded it and got 400 energy credits. That's pretty nifty. I see.
How do you like my Dreadnought there, Brian?
Sexy. Really hot. And I have to say, the map is like super impressive. Like, they've got all the quadrants, don't they? They're like...
Yeah, with the gamma stuff, they finally added it in the 4th quadrant. So.
Cause yeah, they have alpha, beta. What's that over there?
And you have a system list as well. So you can go into the system list for your current quadrant.
Yeah, it's pretty bloody
and
huge.
You can find everything that's there. Well, pretty much everything that's there.
Yeah, not everything.
You can even double click and double click and then you can autopilot somewhere.
Like, for some reason, I couldn't select the Bajoran system from this.
Yeah, because
if you're in the beta quadrant, if you're
it's
in the beta
alpha
quadrant, you can't go to the alpha quadrant.
Yeah, the system list is only for your current quadrant. So this is the system list you're looking at for the beta quadrant.
Oh, we're in the beta quadrant right now. I didn't know that.
So if you go to the left side of the area map, you can transit over to the alpha quadrant.
I see. Where's it? Oh, I see. Oh my god, this is so confusing. It's a big game, isn't it? It's a very big game. It's a very big game.
Yeah, and that's something that I think a lot of people don't fully take for granted. And I had the fortunate opportunity to sit with Spaz and Memory one night, and they expounded to me a great many things about this game, especially Spaz with the crafting system. It is quite detailed.
Well, how does the crafting system work?
In short, very complexly in a way that I like.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to go into too much detail because it might be a little heady. Under your mini map on the top right there,
Okay.
You'll see the Zen store, the Dilithium store, and then there's these 3 little heads, and if you hover over it says duty off. If you click on that, it'll open up a window that's got overview, roster, duty officers, admiralty, and R&D.
Oh wow.
So the R&D tab is your crafting tab. And
I can't even see that yet. I
yeah.
have to be level 11.
Yeah, and so in there you'll have different things like beams, cannons, engineering, ground weapons, kits and modules, projectiles, science, and shield. And each one of those things can be leveled up, so each category can be leveled up. And the higher level that you get those things, the higher tier of stuff that you can craft. And then you get crafting materials throughout your mission. So if you bring open your inventory, there's another R&D tab under inventory, which has all of your crafting materials in it. And that stuff can get quite heavy. Not like physically heavy, but like there's just a lot of.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff that is required in order to craft stuff. And there are some things that can only be obtained through crafting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But if you have like fleet members and friends, that they can craft stuff for you and then trade it to you.
Oh.
Yes, that's also an option.
Wow.
Well, like you can craft things and sell them on the markets. It's pretty nuts. So, yeah, I took a real nice deep dive into this one night with Spaz, and he kind of showed me a bunch of things. But like, for example, I have science to level 15, which means that if I wanted to, I could build this thing called an Aegis Deflector array.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a level, I think, what is this, 12 Deflector array?
Yeah.
But it's part of a set. So I could build it and the Hyper Impulse engines and the Coverant shield for extra bonuses if you have the whole set, right? And it takes quite a bit to build it. You need a lot of supplies, including what I think is this item called a Signal Enhancement module. And the way you have to craft a Signal Enhancement module is you need 4,000 dilithium, and you need 3 of them. So essentially, you need 12,000 refined dilithium just to build that one part. So it can get pretty, you know, with needing all the different materials, all that kind of stuff. I love, you know, I was playing Eve for so long, and the crafting system in Eve is pretty intricate and interesting. As the whole market system in Eve is a thing of wonder, but to be honest with you, I think at the end of the day, I really like the crafting in this a lot better. You know, the thing with Eve is that, like with crafting is it's very gate kept, to where, you know, some of the higher tiered stuff that you want to make, like let's say for example, if you wanted to make like a Dreadnought, or maybe not even a Dreadnought, let's say something a little bit more simpler. Let's say like an Orca. Just to build an Orca, not only do you need the Orca blueprint, but then you need all the subsequent blueprints below that, and then the materials to make those blueprints, right? So once you've made the subsequent blueprints, then you take all those parts and you throw it into the actual Orca blueprint to make the thing. That's similar to in here, right? But you see, in Eve, you actually have to buy those blueprints, or you buy the copies of them, which, you know, have been put together in packs that someone has sold on the market. And so you need the credits just to get the blueprints. Then once you use those blueprints, if they're copies, then they're gone. You can't use them anymore. You'll have to buy more copies, and that takes more money, more resources. And so like in this, like once you've leveled up certain categories of a crafting system, you've already unlocked those blueprints because you've leveled that category up enough. And so it's not like you have to like keep buying these blueprints over and over, and it doesn't, and everybody has that capability who puts the effort into it. And so that's the thing about Eve is so gatekeepy in a way where it takes a very long time and a lot of waiting, and that's not necessarily bad, you know, it's just a different type of game. But at the same time, it's like if I really want to get into that aspect of thing, it could take me a very long time just to get there. And I don't know. It feels like it's what is the term I'm looking for? The effort to get there is almost
like a job.
Yes, yeah.
I see.
So while we're here, Brian,
Yeah.
Why don't you open up the system list and set a course for Deep Space K7?
Oh God, right.
Yeah, you can go there. You can just double click it in the list, and then you'll automatically start moving toward it.
Oh God, that's nice. That's nice. I love little quality of life UI things like that. I really do. I don't have to scroll around a map and stuff. I can just look for it.
I mean, you can. You can look around the area map and then double click on
it. Keep your eyes on your screen.
Yep. Keep watching. I know what's happening.
What just happened?
Brands warp. Or there's
Quantum slipstream drive.
Yeah.
Quantum slipstream drive. So
I'm
what's
going at warp 30 something?
Yeah, my maximum warp factor is 36. It's not the fastest. You can go a hell of a lot faster than that.
Dear Lord.
I just passed Starbase 24.
So
right.
I just passed a system and it offered me a patrol. What is that?
So it's basically a random mission.
And it's space mission.
Yeah. Yeah, so depending on the mission, the patrol might be just go between waypoints and then destroy anything you come across. Or it might be scan some things.
Not gonna lie, it might take Brian a hot minute to get to K7.
That's okay. We got time.
We're not
going anywhere.
I'm not in a rush. Whoa, what?
I passed Starbase 24 like an hour ago. He's not even at Starbase 24 yet.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, no, I'm about to pass Starbase 24. So can any system offer a patrol, or is that specific to
many of the systems offer patrols.
And
so there are patrols that are scattered throughout each of the quadrants.
Oh wow. So those are random missions that you can just do and repeat and whatnot to grind if you want to for
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You don't have to do them. They're completely optional. There are a few that may come up and they say, oh yeah, go ahead and patrol here because it's an available mission, but you can just drop it. You don't have to do it.
Right, but like if you want to take a break from story missions and just do some space stuff, that's like that's
absolutely.
one of the ways. Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know that. That's impressive. So I just got an offer like after passing the starbase to open a fleet action. Is that
yes? There are fleet actions that you can take even at your level.
There's also we're right next to the fleet starbase too here at K7.
That's true.
Yeah, it's gonna be a few more minutes, you guys. Hey, it's the Briar Patch.
Okay.
I was about to say you're about to pass the Briar Patch.
Yeah, the Briar Patch. Yeah, it's
and there are missions at the Briar Patch.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Briar Patch, I've been going back through Enterprise, and I'm in season 4, and I just got to the Brent Spiner episodes where he's trying to get the eugenics kids, and he's like, "We got to go to this like place over here. I like to call it the Briar Patch."
Oh.
Yep.
God.
Yeah, and actually one of the bridge officer skills I have for tactical is augment boarding party. And what you do is you send them over to attack the shields of the enemy ship. And if the ship would be destroyed, you can instead capture it. And, well, Hunter, you'll know what this means. It'll end up as one of your Admiralty ships.
Oh, yeah.
What's an Admiralty ship?
Cool.
So when you get when you get to really high level, you unlock the Admiralty system.
You know where that R&D tab was? It'll be in there. There's another. So like you have duty officers, and it's another way for you. It's like these little mini games almost, or like side things that you can do to earn more resources
on the
and
front
unlock
lines of
new
the
abilities
Klingon Federation
and
war.
stuff.
Yeah, so you're not even at the point where you can use duty officers yet. But you've heard Hunter and I talk about it, where we'll just find a nice quiet place to sit and then deal with our duty officers, sending them off on missions. And it's a passive thing. You set them up, they go off and they do their thing, a timer runs down, and then you get rewards or not.
So it's like
Brian, you're a lore reader. You like to read stuff. There's a ton of funny little things in these duty officers.
So it's like a clicker game, basically.
Not even. No. You
not even that.
You decide how. No, it's not even that, because you want to.
Oh wow!
You decide
you're assigning you're assigning your officers to go on missions.
Wow.
It's like it's things like escort this Dominion ambassador, or in some cases it'll be things like build a prototype turret, or try to defuse an abandoned orbital minefield, and you get experience for doing them too.
Oh my gosh,
they actually do pay off. And yes, we can indeed docket K7.
Oh my god, that's great. So it works to make the end game more meaningful, which is an issue with a lot of MMOs fight to make the end game meaningful. It's always
yeah. You can just sort of if you only have say 20 minutes, you can't do a full on mission. You can log on and set up your duty officers, and then send. Now with the Admiralty system, it's similar to duty officers, except you're sending off ships. You're sending off little flotillas of up to 3 ships to do these missions. And they have a chance to fail or not, and you can get dilithium and experience out of doing those. And sometimes you even get colonists or prisoners that can be sent off on other missions too.
Ooh, Club K7.
So,
it is rubber banding for me.
I saw that too. Yeah, kind of weird. Club K7, is that the bar from the episode? Whoa.
Find out, Brian. Let's find out.
There's some there is some weird rubber banding going on, isn't there? What the what?
Yeah, it's the evening. It'll happen.
Oh really?
It's not too bad, and it happens, but it's usually not enough to kick you off the game.
Requisition officers, is that what you were talking about?
Don't. Yeah,
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
It's dilithium. You want to save your dilithium.
I don't even know if I have.
You get enough officers anyway over the course of just playing.
Yeah, I got
story.
I've got like several officers but I can only have 3. So what do I do there? Like, do they just go away forever, or do I?
No, if you can't commission them immediately, they go into a list, and they're just candidates. So they go to this candidate list, and then later, when you have more bridge officer slots, which you will get as you level up, then you can decide to requisition them or not.
How do I find that?
Okay, open up your character status panel.
Okay.
And then go to the stations tab. And at the very bottom, underneath your standard away team,
right,
it'll show you how many bridge officer candidates you have.
Oh. There's 4 security things or something.
So your standard away team is when you're playing solo, you'll have up to 4 of them you can assign. And they're the NPCs that will go with you so that you're not going in alone. But in your case, it looks like you got 2 bridge officer candidates available.
I guess? I don't really know.
See the very blue button on the bottom.
Oh.
Oh, I see. So they're still available to me later.
Yeah.
Once I'm ready.
I think you can have 12 in that list, and then you can't. Any ones that can't fit on that candidate list will go into your inventory.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good.
Like you got for a tactical officer as an option, and Malachi as an option as well. So you don't want to get rid of that Malachi. You want to take that one because that's the only way you get them.
So I want to commission them
when you have the room for.
Oh, yeah. I see. Okay, but not right. I don't have to do it right now. Okay, I was a little confused about that.
It's every 10 levels you get more bridge officer slots.
Oh, okay. So I should definitely. Oh, I've got points to spend. Points. Cool. No ground points to spend?
Yeah. The way the skill tree works is after you've spent 5 points in the lieutenant tree, or the lieutenant section of the tree, the lieutenant commander opens up. And then you can start spending points there.
Oh, okay. Crazy. Very detailed.
It's to keep you from front-loading all your skills, because, well, you don't want to front-load all your skills.
Yeah.
Because then they're in... Yeah.
That makes sense. They've really revamped K7 since Trouble with Tribbles. Looks a lot different now. Looks a lot different. Shipyard. I probably can't afford another ship.
I don't think you have the room for another ship yet. But that's okay. You can take a look, at least.
When do you get... Okay. Requisition ship equipment, requisition ship weapons. Ship and shuttle requisition.
Spaz.
Yeah.
I want the Kopesh Tactical Dreadnought Warbird.
That thing is pretty huge. It's probably the second largest ship in the game, I'd say.
3,000 Zen.
How do you get Zen?
Whip out your credit card.
Well, no, there are two ways to get Zen, actually. Well, let's be fair.
3.
The first way is, yeah. Okay, so there are 3. The first way is if you have a lifetime subscription, you get 500 Zen a month.
Right.
Just by default. The second way is to actually put money into the game and buy Zen directly. The third way is through the Dilithium Exchange. And you can sell refined dilithium on the Dilithium Exchange for Zen. It's a rate of about 420 to 430 right now. Dilithium for 1 Zen. So it's not like you're going to get a lot of Zen very quickly doing this.
I think the cheapest I'm seeing is about 447 right now.
Yeah. Just a week ago it was about 428 to 430 something.
So here's the math on that. So you can only refine up to 8,000 dilithium a day, and then there's some exceptions to that. For example, if you go back to the Starfleet Academy, there's a guy that'll refine 1,000 for you if you're a veteran. Again, that's like a perk if you're a veteran already. But your standard person is going to get 8,000 a day that they can refine, and that 8,000 a day for if you're looking at 447, so and even 450, you're not getting very much Zen out of that.
No, but it is a way for people who have never paid to actually earn Zen.
So
it is there's stuff that's worth dilithium that can only be bought with dilithium, refined dilithium. So some people will buy Zen, sell it off, and they get refined dilithium for what they sell.
So if I wanted some of these ships, how would I get them without Zen? Or is there no way to get them without Zen?
There's other ways to buy ships. There's other methods to buy ships.
There is a there's an event going on right now. If you hit the J key and go to the events tab, you can see that currently the event is to run the Kobayashi Maru scenario as they have it here.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look at the event campaign tab on the left, you can see that there are 2 more events coming. And if you have earned enough campaign progress, 2,100 points worth of campaign progress, you get a 100% discount coupon for a tier 6 ship. So that's one of these 3,000 Zen ships that are in the store. So there is a way to get some of these ships, and tier 6 ships are account-wide unlocks for eligible characters. So a Klingon might now be able to use a Federation ship, but there are some cross-faction ships that are tier 6 and can be used by any character on your account.
Also, if you go back to the Starfleet shipyard, you can build, like, buy and build ships, for example, like, because we're in the fleet. So you can get fleet modules, and with fleet marks or fleet credits, you can actually build ships that way. That's another way of doing it. And some ships are just straight up, like, you can just use dilithium too. So some ships will cost, like, you know, dilithium as well instead of Zen, which is easier to do. So, like, I think some ships you can buy are like 20,000 dilithium or something like that.
Yeah, it's usually that's the base value. But if you
which is easier to swallow.
Yeah, but if you ever get rid of the ship, then it's gone for good, and you've lost the purchase. So that's the thing with the tier 6 ships you buy on the store is if you get rid of that ship, you can reclaim it. So it's not gone for good if you decide to get rid of it.
That's a Cardassian ship.
Oh yes, there are playable Cardassians in the game. If you are a lifetime not a lifetime, sorry. If you have bought the Gamma Vanguard Mega Pack, you can play as a Cardassian.
Huh.
And you can even join the Federation as a Cardassian.
Huh. I have a mission to do. I'm going to transwarp there. How do you guys transwarp with me? Or do you
Are you doing the next one on the thing?
Which mission is it? Oh, the
Subspace Science, it's called. So if I just play the game normally, I will unlock more ships. I don't have to, like, spend money if I
every time you rank up, you can get a
if you look in the top left
requisition
corner,
for a free ship.
Yeah, well, hold on. If you look in the top left corner where it shows your rank,
Yeah.
you click on that, it'll actually give you this, like, your rewards for each level that you go to.
Oh,
so
I see.
When you get to level 10, which I don't think you are yet, you're what, 7?
8. I just leveled to 8. Yeah, I
so
just got 8.
When you get to 10, you'll get a new ship.
Oh.
When you get to, I think,
20,
level 20, you'll get another new ship.
Yeah.
30, you'll get one, and 40, you'll get one. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's saying. Yeah.
I don't think you get one at level 50,
No.
but you do get some really cool unlocks at 50.
So 65 is the highest level, it looks like?
Currently, yeah. When I stopped playing, the highest level was 50.
I like how some levels you get nothing. Like, I think it's funny. Like, level 9, nothing.
Yeah, but level 10, you get a new ship, a new trade slot, and permission to buy the next rank of ship. You know, 11 and 12 also give you quite a bit of stuff, too.
Right. So, let's go. That's good I'm talking to you guys about it, too, because, like, oh.
And the threat of Klingon attack has
weird.
made even the most stout-hearted reconsider their choice.
It's weird hearing Leonard Nimoy. Very weird.
Yeah, he did a lot of little voice work for this. So Hunter,
ships.
it's the Kesei system that you want to head to.
Gorn ships.
Yeah,
What?
I'll be there in a minute.
Gorn ships.
Okay, don't advance yet, Brian.
Oh.
The mission's not going to start until you've done stuff, but I should be right behind.
No, I see you. Even the space stuff, even the space game has like some MMO tropes, like tab for closest target, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and you can also set up your you can also set up things like your auto fire to make sure that you're auto firing all the time if you want to do it that way, or if you want to hit the space bar and just mash it every time you want to shoot stuff, that's fine too.
I think
I use a mix, so
I think it's on the default, so if I right click something, it just starts auto firing.
Makes sense.
Or so I thought. Oh my gosh.
My little friend should be protecting you.
They are. Oh! I got killed, dude. Wow.
You know what? Okay, we have to just wait at the respawn, because I realized what happened is we'd been out of range of each other, and because of that, we're not matching your level, so that's a problem.
Yep.
Oh. Well, they killed me pretty quick. They killed me pretty fast.
Okay.
Yeah, they would.
So Brian, what you're going to have to do, just for the moment, is hit the button at the top left of the minimap to abort mission, depart system. It's okay. You can do it. It's fine. And we can just jump right back in where we were. And this time we'll be matching level to you, and it's not going to put them at level 65 and instantly murder you.
So wait, did it put them at your level or did it put them at my level? I'm a little confused.
It initially put them at my level because I was in the mission with you and I hadn't been matching your level.
Oh. No wonder they killed me so quick.
The reverse actually works, where you can match my level, but it's not going to be as fun for you.
Yeah, so that's
like,
why.
Like it'll do the Lord of the Rings Online thing and kick you up to the same level if you want to do it that way, but nah.
Right, but I'm going to be lacking a lot of the tools that someone at your level would have.
Exactly. Yeah, it would just be more fun for you.
No, you'll be fine.
No, I got killed in like 3 seconds.
I'm joking, bro.
Go ahead and jump in if you haven't already, Brian.
I can't tell what level they're at.
Oh, I'm matching your level, so.
Okay.
Yes.
How can you tell that? How can you tell that?
If you left click on them and you see a 0, that means that they're at your level.
Oh.
And I am matching you, so I'm at your level as well. That's why it shows up as 0 to me.
I see. Okay. I didn't even notice that last time. Like, if they were a higher level, that number would be something higher than a 0, I guess.
It would have read at 57.
Oh.
Because it would show they're 57 levels higher than you are.
Oh. No wonder I got killed so fast. I'm like, game, how am I supposed to do this mission?
Yes, you didn't do anything wrong. That was actually partially my fault because I didn't match your level when I got in.
Like, game, how am I supposed to do this mission, y'all? If I get killed that fast, that's no fun. At least give me a challenge, but not that much of a challenge.
I move slow. Oh, wait, I forgot about this. Okay. Okay, good. Now I'm not dying automatically. That's nice.
I'm also buffing you as we go.
Oh, nice. Gorn ships look a little bit like Jem'Hadar ships.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I also like the explosions. They're very good explosions. Whoa!
Rupture.
Yeah, the space combat feels really hectic and very naval-like, which is good. That's how it should feel. I have to say they've done a really good job making the space combat feel very satisfying. Oh. And again, those explosions are just fantastic.
They really are. And they've done some good work with this.
Oh, we gotta beam down, I guess. Let's go.
Okay, it's taking 2 of mine with us. That's okay.
Interesting.
Because I'm not there.
It has my Jem'Hadar bridge officer and my board bridge officer along with it.
Oh no, the board!
They just stormed in and started shooting. Not everyone. There are several members of our team still unaccounted for. Please, you must find them.
Right,
I'm coming with you, Captain. There's too much at stake, and I know this project.
Obtained fire suppression equipment. Okay. Well, let's... Ah. Alright. We now have fire suppression equipment. So, deactivate containment... Oh, yeah, of course. All this stuff is arbitrary. Like, it didn't have to take that long to... Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Okay. There is now... this is probably the point where you'll want to have a second hotbar. So, tell you how to do that.
And identity.
At the bottom right of your hotbar, there's a little icon that looks like three cards next to each other, diagonally.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
And then you can click on 2.
So is the second bar control? Like, so control 1 has me take the Rectogena, that sort of thing.
Should be, yeah.
How do I rescue the scientist? Okay, there we go.
This is probably, I'd say, about the 18th time I've done this mission.
Oh my god,
okay.
Really?
I don't mind doing it again. Yeah, well, I have 12 characters, so...
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What is that thing? Oh my gosh. Wow.
Deployable overcharge turret.
That's funny.
Yeah, depending on the class you are, you'll get different options for things you can deploy.
Oh, here's this mini game thing. This thorium, not this.
Well, it's useful for crafting materials because, well, they help. They really do.
Right.
Not to do a lot of crafting later anyway.
Oh, really?
Oh, and one tip for these minigames is that when you have to do that particular thing, the arrow keys work perfectly.
That's what I just used, and I didn't know I could do that, which is great. Oh, boy. Well. How did you make your character... Hey, Hera Tatori, how did you make your character into a Kerbal? I need to hear about this.
Look at all
You know, there's actually an alien function where you can have some weird looking characters.
Shapeshifter, though. It damages your
Like, it doesn't have to be a specific, like, known Trek race. You can, like, make up your own alien species.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. Funny. Okay, so we got to put out another fire.
I'll pass on that shield so you can take it.
Oh. Oh, really?
Yeah, that works. Yeah. That's a good thing because you can always use that equipment.
Oh, okay. Ooh, grenade. So the loot isn't instanced, I guess.
Involved in a dig
Correct.
at a promising site.
I guess it's
Given what the
fine.
Gorn have
Hit
done
not
here,
now.
I'd imagine that team is in trouble.
Okay. Why would I hit not now?
Because there's still a couple fires left, and there's an accolade for putting out all of the remaining fires.
Oh, is there? Okay. It's not listed.
It may not
but...
seem important. Yeah, it may not seem important, but it is an objective to put out all the fires.
I don't have that on my list, but I will do it anyway. Don't roll through the fire. What are you doing? Is it? Oh, there's another fire up there. How'd that? What? That we took care
I'll
of.
get the one above. You get the one below.
One below? Oh, there is. Oh my gosh. Okay.
There's another research.
I don't remember if you have to do it before you talk to the last researcher, but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think I got anything for that. Well, it's fine. Whatever. I don't care.
There's another research team.
Okay, one sec. Let me see if I can... Oh, I was going to trade with you. Because I got something you could use.
Oh, I didn't beam up. I canceled the beam up. But okay.
Oh, I ended up beaming up, but that's okay.
Another research
Oh,
timing's...
Did you guys see Haratori's screenshot in the Steam chat? He posted a screenshot of his quote-unquote Starfleet Kerbal. Wow. Great.
Nice.
Funny.
Nice.
That's great.
You, sir, have the Defiant Bridge, sir. That's a problem. I have a problem with this. The reason why I have a problem with this is because I don't have it.
It's a terrible problem to have.
Very nice.
You saw that countdown on the cruiser?
Yeah, I did.
I have a trait that I unlocked that if you end up using a tractor beam on an enemy ship, your hangar pets will send over photon torpedoes via the transporter onto the enemy ship.
That's funny.
Hey, real quick, are you guys out of the?
Not quite yet.
Let me know when you are, because there's something else I want to show Brian.
All right, I'm just orbiting the planet. So what's up?
Yeah, we've got a beam down now.
Yeah. But you wanted to show me something, Hunter?
You have to wait till after the mission.
Oh.
Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, let's beam down.
Yeah, Hera Totori, it's taken me a while to I'm still coming to grips with the game. And it hasn't fully clicked for me yet either. But it's getting there.
That our team was working on. They set up if we disable
the shield generators.
The team here found remnants of a precursor civilization that may be a relative of the Gorn.
Wow, this woman's voice acting is...
Our understanding.
Yeah, this was, as I said, one of the earliest episodes.
Are they even
this particular one too.
The Gorn territorial claims aren't entirely without merit.
Wait, what?
But they would displace billions of people.
Okay, let's do a trade real quick.
A diplomatic solution could help to save Gorn heritage without disrupting Federation colonies.
I guess I'm accepting something. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
thank you.
A second.
Oh. Wow. What is that?
That is a kit module you can equip.
To me or to what?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and accept.
Okay, so where's
so
that?
now, yeah, open up your character status, and then above your paper doll, you've got the kit modules section.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Oh.
And that adds a new skill you can equip.
Oh, look at that.
Yep, you can use up to 5 kit modules at a time. And a main kit as well. So you got a lot of customizability in that.
So we're supposed to go this way, I guess. Yeah, Heritori, the more I play this, the more it's clicking for me. It's not fully there yet, but since it's getting so much traction on our Discord server, I wanted to at least talk about it. Wait a minute. Okay, so
I want to head to the right here. Oh yeah, scan the remains. Sorry.
And apparently,
so if you look up above the shield, you can see that there's a yellow line heading to it.
Yeah.
You want to follow that back to the tower.
Yeah, see, this is the problem with the ground stuff, though. These levels don't need to be this big, and you don't need to move this slow. I feel like they did this just to pad shit out, and that's not cool.
Well, this was, as I said, very
yeah, I know,
very
and you were saying it's gotten better, and I bet it has, but like, you would think they would go back and change this early stuff too, because this is like the first stuff people play, you know, and then, you know, if this doesn't grab them, they're not going to keep playing. So it's like,
you're not wrong.
So some interesting things. about this that they have achieved that I think is really so Galaxy class ships, if they have the module, can actually saucer separate.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
And,
Can.
yeah, the Prometheus style ships, the tactical escorts, can actually split into 3 smaller ships.
Huh.
Spaz actually has a ship, it's a Scimitar ship that actually has a ship that detaches from it and becomes 2 smaller.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm just now reading up on the Scimitar Dreadnought Warbird, and it actually comes with a module that allows you to fire it while cloaked for a short period of time.
Huh.
Just like in the movie.
Oh, you mean Nemesis? Which I still haven't really seen. Well, we watched 20 minutes of Nemesis and then we stopped. What are those things?
All
Those
right, watch gravimetric traps. Watch them hit, and
oh my
yep,
gosh.
that's kind of fun.
That is fun. Wow. What is this thing? Override shield generator. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out, I guess.
The protective shields are down. Incompetent fools.
Oh my god. That sounds like the guy who played the Negus. Seriously, it sounds like that same voice actor.
Yeah, that's not Wallace Shawn.
I know, but it's like it's trying to, you know, inconceivable, you know. Now we gotta kill all these guys. That's another thing. For a Star Trek game, there's a lot of shooting.
You know, I was thinking about when you mentioned in the last DS9 The Fallen stream about how violent the game was compared to other Trek. And I thought, well, there was Siege of AR-558.
That's true.
And that was probably the most violent of the Trek episodes that I can think of offhand.
Pretty freaking violent, yeah.
One to beam up.
Oh, did they beam up?
Yeah, the captain fled. Oh, you can interact with containers like this
There's
that
no
are
sign of
kind
the
of
other team. The Gorn must be holding them
Oh no.
There's no sign of the other team.
Container.
loot everything.
Everything. Okay. Yeah, like I'm still kind of shocked at how violent the Fallen is. Like the body count that Cisco has been racking up is it's got to be over 100 now at this point.
You are meddling in affairs you do not understand. This system was the home of our ancestors. It belongs to the Gorn by ties of... We will not allow grave robbers and thieves to desecrate our...
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we got to kill those ships. Well, maybe not the hostage ship. Whoops.
Well, we disable it, not destroy it.
How do you disable a ship? I don't even know.
Well, it's disabled now.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, great explosions. Really great explosions. Okay. So yeah, one thing about this game is the writing is very Trek. Very, very Trek.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Super duper Trek.
Especially in these episodes.
Yeah, super duper Trek.
If the archaeological sites in the Kasei system really are from a proto-Gorn culture, we will have to weigh carefully the knowledge we gain versus what the Gorn claim to be their own history. The Federation Science Council has a lot to consider. For now, though, I'm glad the researchers are safe. Good work.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Hey, I leveled up to level 9. So, Hunter, you wanted to show me something?
Nice.
I did. Stand
Commander
by.
Burgess, Starfleet Intelligence. There's something
You're
I'd
going
like
to be
you.
getting
Admiral
a
Quinn
special
says you're...
request on your screen here shortly.
Okay. Well, now I've got a Briar Patch mission to do, but I can do that whenever. So I will wait for your thing. So, folks, yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying this. Again, we're playing it a lot on our Discord. It's free, you know. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast and you haven't even tried, you know.
Well, if you're a Star Trek fan and you haven't tried it, you probably should. I mean, you have so many types of characters that you can play as.
Whoa!
So many races available.
Whoa! Yeah, that's pretty fucking great. Good scale too. Wow, it looks like really scale.
Yeah, well, these ones they designed to scale on purpose.
Yeah, unlike some of the other bridges, you're like, wow, this is a huge bridge. This feels right.
There's more to this ship than the bridge, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. Give him the tour.
So check this out. So come to my ready room, please.
Whoa.
Now sit down in a chair like Riker would. Swing your
the
leg
Riker
over.
maneuver.
I don't think you can. I don't have an option for that, sadly.
Double click. You see a chair icon appear. You double click that, and then you'll sit. Just hover your mouse over the chair, and then double click when you see the icon.
It's giving me like I can't because it's like collect. Okay, there it is. Okay, gotta get away.
Hey. Now, you two are fighting in tenfold. I don't want to hear about it ever again.
I'm sorry, sir. He said something about the prophets I didn't like.
Did I say you could speak?
No, sir.
Get off my ready room. Anyway. Yeah, so there's that. And then what else is up here? Oh yeah, you can come back here. There's the
Oh, it's the conference room. It's the McLaughlin group room. Very
and
nice.
if you look out the back, you will see that it's actually not my ship, even though we're on my
Whoa!
because the third nacelle is missing, but that's okay.
That's still pretty great, though.
Yeah, because it's tied to the D, not the
whatever the
what is it called? The Galaxy X was what it was called originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this way, please.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's all these consoles. The elevators work. If you want to come to this elevator, we're gonna go to deck 8, captain's quarters, and.
Okay. So that is one thing about this game. You can really tell that the people who make it really do love Star Trek. I mean, a lot of great little details. Oh wow! Wow. Damn great.
Don't you feel like you're on TNG right now? Like,
Right, I really do. This is great. This is really, really great. Yeah, look at that. Really great.
Yeah, emotes are one of the fun things you can also do with this. And
Emotes.
through gameplay and events, you can unlock more emotes to do.
Oh,
look at the shiny space blanket. Shiny space blanket.
Oh my God, shiny space blanket. Okay.
So yeah. So real quick, there's one I've got here that. Well, let's see. Do I have it near on this character? Yes, I do.
It's Nog's dance.
Oh my God.
Created by Aaron, in fact. Yes.
Oh God, that's great. That's right. He created that dance for that episode. That was the
will go until I move.
That was the wedding episode, right? Or the pre-wedding episode.
Yes, the bachelorette party episode.
There's no elevator there. Okay. What's an elevator? I don't know. That's a big ship.
Now the other thing is that you can walk around the ship like this and talk to officers to get duty officer missions and accomplish.
Let's go to
Check out
deck 10. Oh. Engineering. Go to engineering.
Maybe?
Oh.
Engineering.
Oh, wow. Whoa! Oh, wow. Great work, Star Trek Online. This is... Yeah. In the future, everything is shiny. Oh, no!
Cool link! Cool link, everybody!
I can't roll on.
Something else I can do here is I can call in security.
Ah!
And because I have another item that calls in clones of myself, the possibilities, I have, yes, a little arm.
Oh, that's fun.
But yeah, so like I can actually come up to these folks here and get duty officer missions from them. So I mean, you can fully like roleplay yourself throughout all this if you wanted to.
This is really amazing.
Not just that, but I can do them too. I can do duty officer missions from. Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here in this. I'm gonna sit here in the most uncomfortable chair in the world for a few moments.
Do your traveler cosplay.
Yeah, there you go.
Or what was that? What was that chair Worf had that looked even more uncomfortable? The ball chair, whatever the hell that thing was. God. Jose, I don't know. Sorry, hang on. Jose, I don't know. We're playing Colonial Marines next. We are going to do it. It's just we haven't put it on the calendar yet, but we are going to do it.
Let's go to deck 10, the holodeck, and 10 forward.
I love that my clones followed along.
Oh my god.
This is the reason, honestly, the reason I got this. Wow. Not for the bridge, but for this room.
No, this is... Oh, it gives me such a warm feeling. It gives me such a warm, like, comforting feeling to see this. And they got the 3D chess, 3D chess, bartender. Is there a thing behind the bar? It is green. I don't see the green thing. They got the doors right, and these weird upside down sconces that are from an AMC movie theater in 1991.
Yes, yes. Oh, Brian, that's awesome. I love the super awesome late 80s, early 90s like neon sign in the back of 10 forward here. Like
oh God, right?
Big...
Just straight out of a Marriott from 1989. Basically, is what that is.
Yeah, buddy. Oh man, that's funny. Here, look at this guy in his tunic over here. Look at this.
Oh my God, we got guys with the skirt outfits. We got my God, a couple guys guys with the skirt with the skirts or whatever they are.
There's a lot of them. Wow.
Oh, that is actually a costume you can unlock.
What?
Yes.
I think it's available in the TNG. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
They got a couple of holodecks over here. You can't actually do anything in them yet, which I would love to see them be able to. You can at least go into them.
Turn around, Hunter.
Looking for the holodeck.
Nice. Good call. Hold on.
Where?
Which one is that?
Where are you guys?
It's Makbara.
Where are you guys? Okay. Ooh.
Holodeck.
I just entered a holodeck, but apparently not the right holodeck. Hang on.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh wow!
The timing is perfect.
That's amazing. Oh. So say what you want about Star Trek Online. Yeah, say what you want about Star Trek Online. It's really you can tell in all these little details it is a labor of love. So yeah, it's really time to wrap it up. But oh, hang on, I have a level thing. So friends, just to wrap up, Star Trek Online is free to play. You can either get it directly from the folks at was it ARC? Or you can get it on Steam.
It's also on Steam. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running the Steam
on
version.
console too.
Oh, that's right. It's on PS4, right?
Yes.
But there's no crossplay. It's PC. It's
right,
PC.
and your accounts don't carry over either. So that's the reason why I've
Oh.
never started on PS4 because I've got all my progress.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So just a couple of quick, oh my god, just a couple of quick programming notes, folks. Tomorrow on the stream, we're going to return to the 1996 helicopter flight simulator Hind. Thursday, we're going to return to Far Cry 5. And then in the evening, we're going to be playing Lords of Waterdeep. By Hunter's request, by your request, Hunter. And then Friday, we're returning to Evercrown Legacy. Next Tuesday on the podcast, I don't know how this topic is going to go, but it's my idea. I realized that I'm so introverted, I was avoiding playing this game because I didn't want to even broach the possibility of being asked for company or anything. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh God, people I know play this. If I play it, they might want to play with me, and I just want to play by myself right now. I can't be social unless I'm prepared. So I wanted to talk about multiplayer games when you're introverted, when you're an introvert, and like, because like I was against multiplayer games for years, and it almost took me kicking and screaming to start playing multiplayer games, and I'm really glad I have. But it was a process, and I kind of want to talk about like why that might be, and also like if you're an introvert and you're against multiplayer gaming, like what are some games that you might want to try and ease your way into some multiplayer gaming. That's going to be our topic for next week. And then in 2 weeks, we're welcoming back the developer of AI War 2, Chris Park, to talk about his amazing game. So a lot of good stuff coming up.
Really looking forward to Far Cry 5, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a lot of fun now that we have Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger is so.
You got the bear?
We got the bear.
Awesome.
That's what we did last time. We made a beeline for the goddamn bear because
we did.
Because I heard you guys talking about like you can get a bear, and I got a bear in Far Cry Primal too, and I know how awesome it is. So it's like I want that bear. What is that pet? That's so cute. So folks, thank you so.
The one from the breast cancer.
Oh, that's so cute. So folks, thank you for listening as always and spending your time with us. We know you can spend your time at a lot of different places, and we really do appreciate that you spend your time with us. If you want to find out how to support Space Game Junkie and make it into the full-time endeavor we're working to make it toward, you can go to the link I just posted in the chat, but it's also spacegamejunkie.com/support. Where you can find links to our Patreon, our merch shop, all those things. But even if you can't support financially, just a like or hanging out in the chat with us like a lot of people do, joining our Discord if you haven't already.
You too could actually come and play Star Trek Online with us and learn from myself and Spat. Show you the ropes.
The dancing you guys are doing is astounding. Yeah, I mean, you could join Star Trek Online and join our community. There's a lot of Star Trek Online going on. A lot of Star Wars Galaxies going on as well.
Yeah, that's on me.
But Star Wars Galaxies isn't as easy to acquire as this one. That's a whole different kettle of fish. But also awesome. So thank you, as always, for listening and chatting and supporting and whatever you do to engage with us. We always appreciate it, and we love you for it. And we will see you next time. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.